Hey guys, welcome back. It's been a minute, but we have been doing quite a bit related to Yu-Gi-Oh! Not related to Yu-Gi-Oh! Not on the live stuff. We're here to talk about the Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff because we went to the San Antonio Regional this weekend, which we did well at, despite the fucking stupid time rules. I'm not gonna go into detail about that. There's things I agree and don't agree with. To just briefly cover it, the thing I agree with is the double loss with the time. What I don't agree with is if someone already has a win or someone's up on life points, like that kind of stuff matters because that was y'all playing. I do agree also that once they call time and round, that nobody plays. It's whatever. If you're on attack declaration, you don't even, that attack does not go through. If you're in battle phase or main phase, it doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter because you guys should have already been conscious of time and kind of debating, should I scoop early? Should I scoop later? Should I play this out? You know, whatever. Like I said, 50-50, I agree with, don't agree with. I'm glad that they're making some changes because now people can't just put in like time scummy cards or time scummy decks and, you know, make it to the top. Those people that play like Dinomorphia, Runic Stun, all that bullshit, they're gonna get double losses and stay at the bottom and not somehow like round 6, your opponent's fucking Runic Stun deck out. Like, the fuck? Yeah, so despite all of that, we did have people get disqualified as well because they were rolling for the wins, and obviously that is against the rules and judges caught them. So, you know, judges have to do what they need to do and enforce the rules. And our head judge also said that, you know, he also doesn't agree with them entirely, but, you know, they are there to enforce those rules because that is who they are, that's what they do, and there are people actively trying to rebut against those rules, and we just have to play it out. We just have to be patient. You know, Konami, I think, has done a really good thing listening to like the player base the past year and a half, whatever. You know, we're getting decks that aren't fucking shit. We're getting good reprints, and some of y'all might not agree with the reprints, but get fucked. I mean, cards are cheaper and more accessible, and isn't that what you want? Like, we shouldn't have expensive cards like when Fualos came out and everyone needed it because it's literally, you're not playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Without it. Now it's like everyone has access to Drolls and Effect Veilers and Dominus Impulses because they're cheaper now and not $80. They're $30-ish, whatever, which isn't still great, but you know, if you open up a tin or, you know, you got some impulses, they're still worth something. You shouldn't play this game to make money. I mean, if you have a deck like Mitsurugi Raizal and you held on to your impulses and all that stuff, cool. You know, maybe you offload the whole deck core to somebody for like chunk of change, but don't play this to make money. But we're getting off topic. So back to the weekend. So we did sit at top table. We were at table 1. The first 3 rounds, we 2-0'd every opponent. It was clean, it was cut. The first round was against Draco Tail, which I wasn't surprised. No, I'm sorry. First round was against Vanquish Soul Canine, and he didn't know too much about Vanquish Soul, I could tell. He knew the canine stuff, but he had to like read like what effects do what attributes does he. He wasn't like consistent and clean with it. I could tell he wasn't well versed and practiced in it. So the deck that I took, this is it. And I'll leave this up here for a bit. But going into it, I kind of knew it was going to be a lot of Justice Hunters because of what we've been seeing at locals and case tourneys and stuff like that. But yeah, round 1, we were able to just yummy Fiendsmith power through it, whatever. And he was like, yeah, you know, game 2. Because I didn't even get to go into battle. He was just like, okay, I know you got him because all the little guys are boosted. Because the main deck, Raigeki, is crazy and was crazy. Although I will be playing a new list and I will do a deck profile on that because there are things I'll talk about that I liked and didn't like about this profile as I go through it. So that was round 1. Round 2 was Draco Tail, and he was kind of a bit of an ass, I'll say. And if you're watching this, dude, you were a fucking ass. I called the judge about a question. It was about bouncing the field spell back to dodge the ogre if the effect of Mignon would resolve, and he like threw this whole like bitch fit over. I was like, look, I'm pretty sure it doesn't, but I just want to verify with a judge. It should take like 10 seconds. He was like rolling his eyes and huffing and puffing, and I'm like, bro, it's like, calm down. It's not that serious, right? It's just a regional, right? It's a kid's game. I just had a question. It would take 10 seconds. The judge was literally standing right next to us. It took him like a foot away, a step away to come to our table. And the judge, you know, ruled it in like 10 seconds. Like, yeah, no, it wouldn't because it's a different card because you bounced it back and put it back. So I was like, okay, cool. It dodged the ogre effect, which is what I was planning for it to do. But I was like, pretty sure this doesn't resolve, but I just want to make sure, so. But yeah, we 2-0'd that guy because he was playing Draco Tail, and we just had every card imaginable. Cherries was the MVP. If I had to pick an MVP card of the regional, it was Cherries. Cherries put in God's work, because round 2, when he normal summoned the dragon with the tail thing, that's the quick effect fusion, as soon as he normal summoned that, he went effect diffusion, which I was like, okay, cool. Chain Cherries and reveal Arthalion, and then ripped all his Arthalions out, and he looked at me just fucking like, I'm sorry. But yeah, so that was an easy one. Round 3 was the same thing, Draco Tail. We just had good. It was always like, I thought I was gonna be worried not playing, you know, the Sangenjins or the Engages and just playing the 9 names with Obedient Schooled. And there are times that I did brick, so to speak, with not enough yummy names, or there was rounds where I had literally fucking 4 yummies in hand. And I was like, I don't need this. So although it is nice to get that like consistency as far as like Pot of Prosperity and the Pure or Engages or this or that, playing Purge would cut me off of Kagari, which, you know, with the Fiendsmith and Sanct and Obedient School and all these other locks that I have in the deck, I'm not scared of it, because if you play your cards right, like if you're going first, just lead with the Fiendsmith stuff, because using Sanct, it doesn't matter because I can't attack anyway, so what do I care? And sometimes I sit with Requiem on board and I'll special summon the Yummy in hand because I had to normal summon Lacrima or whatever, or sometimes I don't want to normal summon at all just in case. So you just gotta be mindful. So when we went into round 4, before that we had lunch. It was fucking pouring down rain, so we had pizza. And then when I saw that the pairings were up, I saw that I was at table 1, which I was impressed with myself, because it's been a long journey of going to these bigger events, and like when the whole Malice and Rizal stuff and the whole team started to form, it was like, let's get serious about this. Like at locals, I would kind of top here and there with like the Snake Eyes and Tempai and Exodia and Flame Swordsman, and get like these like cheeky wins. Feeling myself getting better and better, and my teammates instilling that in me and really solidifying that they see me getting better. All other teammates are also getting better. Like we're all growing as a team, we're all growing as individuals as well, but only speaking for myself right now because I'm here with y'all. I'm proud of myself, and seeing that just being at table number 1 was a real shock. Like this is starting to get real. Like there's definitely something here. And I preach all the time that, you know, I'm not the best, right? I'm not the smartest, I'm not the best, but I do what I can, and, you know, these are the results. So match 4, it was the mirror match, and I lost die roll, but I was sitting with Dark Ruler in hand, and I think an Imperm and yummy names. And it was back and forth, but I didn't have enough gas to kind of play through all the yummy interruptions. So we went in game 2, I had 2 judgments and a solemn, and I think just like the Fiendsmith stuff. So I was able to hold it down, and then eventually we drew a yummy name and he just scooped there. We went to 3. I might have fucked up. It got to a point where I went Snatchy Effect to place, and he was clearing the board and going with the interruptions and everything. If I would have put a Croaky instead of Mignon, I could have kept going. I would have had the bodies to keep going. Because he somehow removed Snatchy when I already had a Croaky on field. I don't remember. It's Tuesday, this was Sunday, because yesterday I had to recover from sleep. So we lost that round, but we did see table 1, so that's cool. In the next rounds, it was like win, loss, but so we did 8 rounds of Swiss. The 7th round, it was game 3. I was going against some fucking 60 card pile Dino, True, Draco, Mitsurugi bullshit. And game 3, I had it. This guy bricked. We had Purge and Ash. We did the Ash, then we did the Purge. He set 2 cards and passed to me, and all he did was have Ame on board, which with the cards I had in hand, I had like Obedient School, Cupsy, Surprise, Engraver, and Imperm. So I went draw phase. He said anything in draw phase. I was like, yeah, Imperm target Ame. He was like, that's cool. Chain Anti-Spell. Yeah, I guess. Sure. So I was like, wow, 60 card pile and you draw the Anti-Spell. You fucking... So I was like, okay, well, there goes Obedient School. So I was like, okay, well, normal Cupsy effect, and he did Purification. It's like, okay, cool. And then Ame came back, didn't blow up a board because there was no board there. And I was like, well, let me set Surprise. Let me set Obedient School. And I set him at the farthest of each. And then I passed it back to him because I was like, okay, I think I can survive a turn. Because I also had, I think, Droplet in hand as well. So I was like, I can definitely survive a turn maybe and not die, and then I just go Obedient School, then nothing fucking matters. Because the Snatchy places the field spell face up, so the field spell's already live, so it dodges Anti-Spell. Once he got back to my turn, he had something, like some trap or spell or whatever that he could pop a spell or a trap. I was like, okay, go ahead, decide. He pops the fucking Obedient School. I was like, god damn. And then when I went Yummy Surprise, he had the fucking bell. Sometimes your opponent just fucking has it all, so that's how that went. So your opponent just sometimes has it all. But last round, 8th round, we got paired up. We're going into this round at X3. So I'm like, okay, people of X3 are definitely getting into top cut of 32. We have a chance. I just have to win this and hopefully I'm in it. The match was against Yubel. Just Yubel. Well, Yubel Fiendsmith, but you know, Yubel. So I lost the die roll. He goes first, sets up the fucking Phantom, Varudis, Caesar, the nuts, right? Like, this is a board I'm not breaking through. So I scooped so he couldn't see that I'm playing Yummy. I just did some Fiendsmith stuff to, you know, kind of get the time rolling. So he could see I'm playing a Fiendsmith, but he didn't know he was Fiendsmith Yummy. He didn't see any Yummy cards, so when he was siding, he didn't know how to side. He was kind of like, well, what the fuck am I playing? It's Fiendsmith something. So sometimes it's better just to scoop and not reveal that information. That way they have a hard time siding. But game 2, opened up the nuts, the judgments, the solemns, and you know, was able to get a quick victory. Game 3, I opened up the nuts. He didn't open up shit. And by the nuts, I mean 2 ashes and 3 Yummy names, 2 of which were Lollipos. So I was like, I got 1 ash as an interruption. Luckily, all he did was go, yeah, you gotta kind of read your opponent's face, right? Like if they're kind of like sus in the face, you can kind of read the reaction like, this is gonna fucking suck. He goes Nightmare Throne to search, and I'm like, ash. And he's like, pass. Okay. Just, you know, went combo. And I didn't want to get too much. I got to a point where I had game on board and still had like surprise and like other things set that like set up that I could like recover from it and still maybe close and do things. But I was like, I still need to leave main phase. And I had like 87, 85 on board. He was like, before you leave main phase. And I was like, don't do this. Yeah. And he's like, no, you're good, man. You got it. And you know, stuck out his hand for the handshake. And I was like, cool. Even if you had it, I was still kind of prepared for it. But so we won that. And then once we found out the results, I ended up giving the who you lost to, who you won to, who they lost to, and the whole fucking, like people with my same score ended up in like 27th place, but I ended up 46th with the same record. Just where you got your wins and losses is where it mattered. So yeah, so we didn't get top cut, didn't get top 32, but we got close. We did T-Table 1. And I will say that Cherries is a nutty card. I had my mirror matches where I ripped out all the snatchies, and my opponent was fucking dumbfounded, because unless you open up 2 field spells or 1 and cup cert the other to kind of like shuffle back, you're fucked. Even after Marshmallow comes out, Marshmallow only does spells and traps, or I think spells. Maybe spells and traps, I'm not sure. But you can't recycle the monsters. The only way you recycle monsters is the field spells. So this list is crazy. We are changing it up, and I will do a separate video on that because I do have the cards already. And I'll show you guys that, but definitely Arthalion Rip was like, okay. Liger never came up. Ripper I did once, but it's like, didn't even matter because I had other stuff. So I will show you guys in the next video the changes and why, but definitely Regeki was crazy. Purge was nice. Dark Ruler was fucking cracked, because even if I don't break your board entirely, I'm sending everything in the graveyard. I'm popping everything, I'm flipping everything, set up the full Yummy combo. There's nothing you can do about it. And good luck trying to fucking win a grind game against Yummy. So yeah, guys, I will say, you know, as always with the boys, it's a lot of fun, and you guys should definitely go to events like this if you can, especially with your friends. Whether you do good or bad, or playing meta, not meta, or come up with something funny to play, or cheeky, or whatever, just go and try. Have fun. You know, the entry is a little steep, I get it, but if you can, just definitely go experience it. There was a lot of trades there because people are going to those big events and trying to offload cards and pick up cards. So there's a lot of trading and stuff going on. If you're looking for anything, you're more than likely gonna find it there. Rarity bumps, or you don't wanna wait on TCG Player, and the pre-reg as well. You know, the day before that, people are going in and you can get trades last second, this and that. But yeah, other than that, guys, like I said, this weekend was a ton of fun. We did pretty well, I think. And yeah, I'll do a deck profile on the new stuff coming up, so I'll see you guys there. Peace. Once, but it's like, didn't even matter because I had other stuff. So I will show you guys in the next video the changes and why, but definitely Regeki was crazy. Purge was nice. Dark Ruler was fucking cracked, because even if I don't break your board entirely, I'm sending everything in the graveyard. I'm popping everything, I'm flipping everything, set up the full Yummy combo. There's nothing you can do about it. And good luck trying to fucking win a grind game against Yummy. So yeah, guys, I will say, you know, as always with the boys, it's a lot of fun, and you guys should definitely go to events like this if you can, especially with your friends. Whether you do good or bad, or playing meta, not meta, or come up with something funny to play, or cheeky, or whatever, just go and try. Have fun. You know, the entry is a little steep, I get it, but if you can, just definitely go experience it. There was a lot of trades there because people are going to those big events and trying to offload cards and pick up cards. So there's a lot of trading and stuff going on. If you're looking for anything, you're more than likely gonna find it there. Rarity bumps, or you don't wanna wait on TCG Player, and the pre-reg as well. You know, the day before that, people are going in and you can get trades last second, this and that. But yeah, other than that, guys, like I said, this weekend was a ton of fun. We did pretty well, I think. And yeah, I'll do a deck profile on the new stuff coming up, so I'll see you guys there. Peace.